What's going on? It's your cousin Polly Rob. Welcome to another episode of the Polly Rob Podcast. I appreciate all of y'all liking and subscribing. Keep the energy going, keep the love going, keep the comments going. Let's get right into it. 2026 Grammys. Kendrick Lamar, over the top, once again. Now, I want to start this by saying we're going to talk about the dynamic of what a Grammy darling is, and let's possibly change that term, especially in Kendrick Lamar's case. You know what I mean? So for these 2026 Grammys, Kendrick Lamar has finally beat out Jay-Z, Sean Carter for the most Grammys by a rapper. You know what I mean? Kendrick Lamar got nominated for like 9 Grammys, and I think he won like 5 this year. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. I could be wrong. But it only took about 4 or 5 to beat Jay-Z, and he's done that. Now, surface level, let's just say this. These are 2 artists, Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z. These are 2 artists that, on surface level, you would think that they don't really care about Grammys too much. I don't think they really care that they're winning these awards. I think they do it for the culture. I think they're very big on making great music. I think, through Jay-Z's career, he's always been big on making exceptional albums, great song structure, great lyricism. I think, K. Dot, same thing. I mean, just from me knowing him and seeing him grow over these years, Dot is very serious about making great music, from his mixtapes in the beginning to Section 80 to, Good Kid, Mad City, all the way down to this GNX. It is a great body of work. GNX is a great body of work, and I'm saying that to say that, number one, when you win a Grammy, and I have not won a Grammy yet, but trust me, it's going to happen. Before this whole thing is over with me in music, I will win a Grammy or 2 or a couple. Anyway, winning Grammys, it's saying that your project or whatever that song or whatever that album is was the best of that year. Whatever year music has had in your respective category, winning a Grammy is saying that your song, your album, your soundtrack, your engineering, your production, whatever category that you're a part of, it's saying that you were the best in that year. Let's get that out the way. When you constantly make music, make records, do rollouts, put out albums, go on tour, when you constantly do that every couple of years, because there are artists who take time off. Kendrick Lamar makes an album, takes 2-3 years off, tours, comes back, does another album. It's the music industry. It happens like that. But every time your song or album is nominated, that means that you are doing elite work constantly, year after year, or whatever years that you have been nominated based on the music that you've put out. Because, he may not be nominated a year or 2 because he's taking a break or he just finished touring and he's working on something new. Who knows? Anyway, he's constantly being nominated. He has about 66 nominations, from best rap album to best rap song to best melodic performance to best group, best duo. It's just, the list goes down the line. So first off, that's a great accomplishment in itself, to be nominated and to be recognized 66 times that you have the possibility of competing for the elite level of song or album or project you've been a part of. You've been nominated 66 times. That's already a great, great feat. Now, to win 25 or more times is crazy. That's insane. This is unprecedented territory. Let's be clear. When Jay-Z did it, it was unprecedented. But Kendrick Lamar, he's been on an unstoppable run for the past 2 years. And it looked like it's not done. Now let's talk about this Grammy darling thing. From what I understand, put it in the comments if I'm wrong about this. Put it in the comments if I'm wrong about this. The concept of when people say someone is a Grammy darling, that means that whenever they put together a project, whenever they're a part of something, the Grammy Academy, and this is not fact, this is just a theory of what Grammy darling is supposed to mean. It means that when you are part of a project, you put out a project, you're an artist, and they like what you do. Maybe you've won before. Maybe you're popular in the media. Maybe you've, spread love everywhere. What they're saying is, by you saying you're a Grammy darling, or someone, not you saying it, but by the media or someone saying that you're a Grammy darling, they're insinuating that you have a level of favoritism with the Recording Academy, with the Grammy Academy, or with the voters. Not saying that anything's wrong going on, but it's saying that these people that are voting, these people that are nominating, they have a special thing for you. They feel like they pay extra attention to what you do because they don't want to, I'll say this, they want to make sure they give extra special attention to the music, listening to the projects from a considered Grammy darling. You see, I got the two quotations up. A Grammy darling, right? They're paying extra attention to it. They're making sure that if there's something great there, they want to recognize it first. They want to make sure that it's right on the money. They also might insinuate that this song or this album or something that the Grammy darling is a part of they'll nominate them for more things than just the usual what they've applied for. So if it's a song that they're trying to go for best rap song, they might be like, let's add them to the best melodic performance too. Let's add them to the best yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? They're paying extra special attention. They've said, and I'm just naming these artists because being a Grammy darling is just a term that people will call you. It's nothing different than somebody calling you a trust fund baby or a silver spoon kid. You know what I mean? It's nothing different than that. It doesn't apply anything wrong. It doesn't apply anything illegal or some BS. It's simply saying that they're paying extra attention to you and they're kind of coddling you a little bit, right? They've said this about a couple of artists, artists like Ariana Grande, artists like Lady Gaga, artists like what's her name, Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? That's kind of how Kanye got into that whole rant with Beyonce and Taylor Swift because, in his brain he probably thought that there they go showing love to the Grammy darling. You know what I mean? On top of that, people feel like the Grammy darlings get perks. Like they might, if they win one, they might just kind of award them with something else. Who knows? I don't know because I'm not a part of none of that. But let me say this. I want to create a new term. And this term can live or it can go away. Because it's important to point out that when artists are in their greatness, when they're in their bag, when they're doing things and they're on a run, it's silly to try to label them as somebody who's getting extra assistance, somebody that's getting shown extra love because they did something. I think that's bullshit. I think what's coming to them is happening for a reason. How about let's call it Grammy Destined? How about we get rid of the Grammy Darling and we bring in the Grammy Destined? Where when someone says, hey, this artist is Grammy Destined, that means that no matter what happens, this artist is on a stride and on a run to get as many Grammys as they want because of the work they put in, because of the music that's being displayed, because of the hard work and the passion that they've put in their career. How about that? How about we salute the Grammy Destined? How about we say that Taylor Swift works her a-hole off to make great music? How about we say that Beyonce works her a-hole off to make great music from Cowboy Carter before and beyond? How about we say that Kendrick Lamar is Grammy Destined? He was destined to break these records. Do you hear the music that he's making? Do you see the performances and tours that he puts together? Do you see the collaborations that he's a part of? Do you see his team working countless hours, day in and day out? You could even feel the love and the camaraderie even when they go on stage to accept the awards. Kendrick comes up. SZA comes up. Soundwave comes up. Mustard comes up. Kamasi Washington was in the background. Fire. How about their Grammy Destined? Why when someone wins so much, we always got to put the staple of, oh, they would have never won that much if somebody wasn't. Stop all that. Stop. It's supposed to happen this way. There wasn't no other music in the rap category that was touching Luther. TV Off was probably the one of the biggest synced records from the NFL to commercials to NBA. TV Off was going crazy. GNX was highly streamed, highly played. The tour was bananas. He performed the most records from the GNX on the tour. The GNX tour. The whole rollout with the actual GNX, the vehicle. He dropped that album and didn't even put Not Like Us on it. He let Not Like Us just stand alone. Not Like Us got its own separate Grammys. Why are we not showing love to the people who are destined for the greatness? It's Grammy Destined. I'm sorry. We also saw at the Grammys, we also seen some other artists that are Grammy Destined. And let me tell you who they are. First off, John Batiste, for sure Grammy Destined. For sure. Kehlani, Grammy Destined. She's destined to win more Grammys, more awards. Leon Thomas, he got 2 of them. He's about to get a lot more. He probably got some already. I don't know. I'll look it up. Grammy Destined. These are people who are destined to win this no matter what nobody says, because they're consistent, because they work on greatness, because they always try to give their absolute best. Why do we have to put a negative term on somebody who's elite in performing at an elite level? Doing things that most people just can't do. Let's be honest. Let's change the term from Grammy Darling to Grammy Destined. And that's what Kendrick Lamar is. He's not even halfway through his career. Let's be real. He's not even halfway through his career. He got like 27, 28 Grammys. When it's all said and done, no disrespect to Jay-Z, but Jay-Z, he's finished with the music career. He may drop an album or a couple records here and there, but for the most part, he's at the end of his career. He just do it because he want to do it, whenever he want to do it. Drop a 5-minute verse here and there. Dot is not even halfway through his career. He's Grammy destined. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. He going to keep getting Grammys whether you like it or not. I know a lot of people be saying, well, in the past years, K-Dot wasn't the best artist of the year. It was somebody else. It was this person. It was that person. It was this person. But let me explain this one thing before I get out of here. Let me explain this. Winning a Grammy does not mean you have to be the best artist of the year, the most selling artist of the year. Let's be clear. The body of work is what's winning the Grammys. It's the body of work. You can be as popular as you want. If your body of work did not live up to the elite level, you will not win that Grammy. It's the body of work. You can have a popular song that's very popular, that's going viral on TikTok, but if it's not an elite record that the Grammys can stand behind as an elite record of the year, it's not winning. And that's what Kendrick Lamar does constantly. He makes elite records that you can call some of the best records of the year. That's what he does. That's what I want people to understand. Artists like Kendrick Lamar are Grammy destined. They're destined to win more and more. And the more we accept these types of artists and their greatness, the more it kind of rubs off on other artists. Because you have to perform at that elite level. You have to be able to stay consistent. And there's only a few of us that can get to that particular plateau. What I'm saying is, it raises the value of our music, our hip-hop music, our R&B music, our jazz, our gospel. It raises the value when we have artists like this making amazing records. Kendrick Lamar is just the beginning. Last thing I'll say. One of these days, we're going to have a real conversation about people not respecting elite music on the West Coast. We're going to have a real conversation about that. Because every time someone says, I don't think West Coast got the right music, you see these awards coming out of nowhere. You see these, it's being played everywhere. You see these great performances. You see all of this great love. Excuse me. So we're going to eventually have a real conversation about that, because I want everybody to understand how important West Coast music is to the culture of hip-hop on all levels. Creative, hardcore, eclectic, mainstream, popular, some of the best records ever in music history are records made by artists from the West Coast. And I'm not just talking about rap. Come on, man. I'm not just talking about rap. I'm talking about R&B. I'm talking about jazz. I'm talking about gospel. Come on, don't stop. One day we're going to have that conversation. I'm going to do a little bit more research because when we have that conversation, I want it to be known unequivocally that West Coast music and West Coast artists ain't going nowhere. They're a part of the pot. I love New York. I love Brooklyn. I love my home. But don't play with the West Coast because this is my home as well. Don't play. At the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar is our top artist in hip-hop right now. Kendrick Lamar is the top artist in hip-hop right now. Don't let nobody argue you down and tell you somebody else. He is the top artist in hip-hop right now, and we should be appreciative. We should enjoy the journey. We should appreciate the fact that he's taking a stance on things that he believes in, and ultimately, there's more great music coming. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man, about Kendrick Lamar being the winningest Grammy winner in rap, because it's a real thing. And leave it in the comments. Let's have a conversation about this stuff, man, because this is real. This is our culture, and we got to preserve it, and we got to keep these things going, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. Work low.